Hey guys, Thogden here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Now today, we are back for another week of Champions League. I love it when we have these games midweek and we've got some crackers, including a couple English teams like Chelsea and Man City to talk about. THOGDAD is with me as always.
I'm always here. Now, Liverpool did great in Europe last week, didn't they? But can Chelsea and Man City do the same? We'll find out today.
They didn't do so great in the English leagues, bloody hell.
Oh, I know.
Feels like the only league they're performing in is the Champions League, Liverpool. But we're not speaking about them today. We're speaking about other English teams and many other games that are coming up tomorrow. I think when you see this, it'll be tonight and the day after. Make sure to comment down below your score predictions, and THOGDAD, kick things off with a cheeky like target.
Oh, go on then. The like target is 10,000. Let's be honest.
No, that's boring. That's boring. I want 19,000 likes.
Wow.
I've had enough of these boring low predictions, Dad. The TDL are stronger than where you rate them at.
Wow.
We're higher on the market value. 19,000 likes. Smash it for the boys.
That is such a big statement that I'm going to get straight into the first game, which is Atletico Madrid of Spain against Chelsea of England. And we're talking top of La Liga.
No, Dad, stop talking. How you started the first game without mentioning that we have to subscribe to the channel. Oh, right. You know, we've got 500,000 coming up. You need to...
It's coming very
subscribe
soon. Before my birthday, 500,000 subscribers.
What's your birthday, Dad? Let them know.
14th of March.
By the way, I knew that. I'm not just saying so you guys know that. I promise. It's kind of worrying if I don't know that. But if we can get 500,000 by his birthday, limbs. So subscribe. Don't be a mug. I'm looking at you right there. Subscribe. Okay, now we can talk about the game. Go on.
Okay, Atletico Madrid of Spain against Chelsea of England. This is top of La Liga against 5th in the Premier League. And it's being played at a neutral venue, Bucharest in Romania.
Wait, that's boy be rude. Sounds like a rude word, Bucharest.
Only to you,
you booed me and then you've arrested me. That's just so rude, Dad.
This joke has been abandoned. Moving swiftly on. So that you forget that joke, I'm just going to have to come up with a quick THOGDAD fact. They are back.
No way, they're back. I'm back for this. I tell you what, I'm back for this. Go on.
The value of the Atletico Madrid squad is greater than the value of the Real Madrid squad. Now that might surprise some people, Theo.
That would not be the same way 10 years ago, bloody hell. And by the way, any kind of years ago, it's always been Real Madrid and Barca as the big two. Now you've got Sevilla winning more European competitions than any of them, and Atletico Madrid smashing it with the big signings like João Felix. So coming into this game, what do you reckon?
Well, I tell you what, Atletico Madrid, top of La Liga, as we said, but stumbling a bit in recent weeks. Having said that, they've only conceded 16 goals in the league, Theo, so very strong defensively.
They did just lose 2-0 to Levante, which stopped their home unbeaten run this season. You know, before that game week, they hadn't lost at home. Amazing. Unbelievable form. And one thing to take into account is this is not a home game for Atletico as much as they are the first team in the game. It's at a neutral ground because they're not allowing English kind of people into Spain right now. So it's actually being played, like you said, at Bucharest. So Atletico Madrid won't have that home form. These guys have got history. They've faced each other in European competitions in 2017 and 2014. They play each other more than the average two teams you come up against in Europe. And what happened in 2017 was very interesting. And I know you Chelsea fans will remember it. The first leg was Atletico Madrid and they beat them. They beat them at that ground 2-1 with a last-minute goal from Batshuayi. I think the other goal scorer was Morata. And, you know, he's now playing for Atletico Madrid. And since then, he moved to Atletico Madrid. And now he's at Juve. So a lot has changed around since this fixture. And just to blow your mind some more, the manager of Chelsea in 2017 of that game was Conte. Since then, they've had Sarri, Lampard and Tuchel. The Atletico manager for that game was Diego Simeone. The Atletico manager today is Diego Simeone. That just shows you the difference of the two clubs since they last faced.
Amazing thing. Now, the last time we went to Madrid, we went to see Atletico Madrid against Bolton Wanderers in the UEFA Cup. Those days are long gone. Now, Atletico are missing out from not playing at home because the last 13 games in the Champions League, won 9, drawn 4.
And the most recent game when Atletico played Chelsea, it was a draw. And that draw was big for Chelsea because it knocked Atletico down to the Europa League. Chelsea ended second in that group and went through to the Champions League. So that's the history of Diego Simeone. He'll be looking to get some revenge. revenge.
Now, Theo, I'm thinking about a cheeky little bet on Kieran Trippier. I'm going to lump it on him not playing until February the 28th. Yeah. But who do we have to watch out for in this team, Theo?
Luis Suarez, top goal scorer of La Liga with 16 goals and a couple assists as well. That's the same amount of goals as Lionel Messi.
Wow.
Okay, so watch out for him. They've also got Marcus Llorente, who's got 15 contributions in La Liga this season. And let's not forget the Portuguese attacking midfielder or forward, whatever you want to call him, João Felix.
Wow.
That is Atletico's top goal scorer in the Champions League with 3 goals, but some serious threats there.
Absolutely. Now, João Felix cost 114 million quid from Benfica, Theo. Was that money well spent?
I think so. I think he's got a big future and he's starting to really smash it in terms of stats this season in big games in the Champions League. I reckon he'll relish a big game against Chelsea.
And Jan Oblak will be between the sticks. He's got 11 clean sheets, hasn't he, the Slovenian? Good keeper.
Well, it won't be easy for Chelsea to get through there, and I think we need to talk about them. Under Tuchel, there's been some funny situations with Hudson-Odoi, Tammy Abraham recently. We'll get onto that. But if you actually look at Chelsea's recent form since Tuchel's come in, they're second in the form table. I know they're fourth in the league, but they're second in the form table behind Man City, who are the best team in the world right now. I know they're fifth in the league.
Yeah, and absolutely. And they've got pedigree in this competition. They won it 9 years ago. And in Thomas Tuchel, they've got a really good manager, haven't they, Theo?
They do. But I know some Chelsea fans have been saying they've lacked a little bit of creativity and coming into that Atletico team, the way they defend, it's going to be very difficult to break them down. I've got high hopes because Chelsea, they've got a good record against Atletico since the last time they played. And they're on good form, they're winning games. I know the 1-1 draw versus Southampton wasn't the most exciting thing in the world, but they're still 1-4 before that.
That is true, Theo. Now, I was very impressed with N'Golo Kante in that game. He's back from injury. Mason Mount has been unbelievable.
Yeah.
But what worries me is their finishing.
Well,
Werner, Abraham, Giroud, who's going to pop up and score a goal?
Giroud is their top goal scorer in the Champions League with 5 goals. That's 2 more than any Atletico Madrid player, 2 more than João Felix. So I don't think goals will be a problem. I think Giroud will score in this game. And I've actually got the feeling, I know this is against the odds. The odds actually back Atletico. I'm going to back Chelsea.
Wow.
I think they'll have enough in the tank. And by the way, before we get on to our Prem predictions, what was your thoughts on Tuchel's handling of the Hudson-Odoi and Tammy Abraham situation versus Southampton?
Well, I think it was brilliant. I think if you're not playing well, you're off. And I don't care if you've come on in the 45th minute. That was a good statement of intent to that young player.
He brought on Hudson-Odoi and subbed him off.
Yeah, he didn't perform in those 20-30 minutes.
Oh my God. Okay, what about Tammy Abraham off at half-time?
Well, he wasn't performing. We said that in our stream.
Some Chelsea fans were a little bit disappointed about the way they treated the kid. But clearly Tuchel wants to be the boss. He's got a Pep Guardiola type macho alpha kind of way he acts about his players. He's the top dog and everybody listens to him. He's complete opposite to a manager like Pochettino where the players are, you've got to respect the players and all of that. So it's a really different kind of mentality you have under Tuchel.
Right, enough of the waffle, Theo. Let's go straight into the score prediction. I'm going to go Atletico Madrid 1, Chelsea 0.
Really? You're backing Atletico win? Well, I disagree. I'm going to go for the complete opposite. Atletico Madrid 1, which I agree with you. Chelsea 2. At the neutral ground, I reckon the Blues are getting the win.
And the next game is Lazio of Italy against Bayern Munich of Germany, 5th in Serie A against top of the Bundesliga. Yeah. Lazio, the home of Paul Gascoigne and Roberto Mancini back in the day. What's going to happen here, Theo?
I can't work it out. Let's talk about it. First of all, this will be played at the Lazio Stadium. This won't be at neutral ground. Lazio will be at home for this fixture. They've never faced each other in the history of the matches. Lazio have never played Bayern, so this is first time. So will that lead to a lot of goals? Usually when Prem teams haven't faced in a while, that usually does, but this is a completely different story. How do you reckon Lazio have been doing recently?
Well, very, very well, particularly at home. They've won the last 7 home games in all competitions. And in Serie A, they've won 4 of the last 5 games. So there's a bit of form there, isn't there, for the Italians?
And let's talk about their home form. 7 in a row. Seriously, Dad.
Amazing.
7 home wins in a row, and they played the likes of Napoli and Roma along the way. Actually, they played Napoli twice, once in the Cup, once in the League. Beat them 4-2 last time, and 3-1 the time before. Lazio are on really good form, and they're going to be seeing Bayern come to their ground, which will be more of a bit more of a task than playing bloody Benevento at home. But I still reckon they'll go in there with confidence, and they'll look at how Bayern Munich are doing recently.
Theo, I had to smile. I was looking through the Lazio squad sheet, and there is Pepe Reina, 38 years old, He's spent
still
a decade at Liverpool. He's a legend.
That's amazing. He is a Premier League, Liverpool legend. Liverpool fans, you'll know of him. What a guy. The bold goalkeeper. Will he play? Is he in the number one?
I hope so. I'm not sure, but there's been injuries elsewhere, so he might.
I think they have a first. Yeah, there might be injuries. Who knows? But Lazio have Immobile, who's got 14 goals this season and 3 assists. He's third in the top scoring out of everyone. Lukaku and Ronaldo are the only teams above them. If Lazio are going to score, he's going to be at the helm of it.
Absolutely, and I've been told to mention Milinkovic-Savic by my Serbian friends. He's got 13 goal contributions this season in Serie A.
He's an
watch out for him.
absolute beast. And also watch out for Luis Alberto, the Spanish midfielder. He's had, I think 8 goals this season. So Lazio have some quality in there for sure. But Bayern Munich also have some quality, don't they, Dad?
Absolutely. Let's talk about Bayern Munich. And they've won this competition 6 times, Theo. That's the 3rd most. So they've got real pedigree, haven't they, in the Champions League?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, top of the Bundesliga, 4th on form. You've got to back them. I know they lost 2-1 last time out to Frankfurt, and they drew 3-3 to Arminia Bielefeld, whoever that is, which makes a little bit of, shaky form for Bayern Munich. They also played quite strong teams in there. Is that a worry, their recent games?
Well, it's an interesting one because they've scored 62 goals in the Bundesliga, and in the Champions League, they're averaging 3 goals a game.
Yeah.
But it worries me at the other end, Theo. They concede a lot of goals, don't they?
They do concede a lot, and they're going to be playing against a team that are, confident. We just spoke about how Lazio are playing at home. This could be a cheeky Lazio win. It's against the odds, but who knows?
Absolutely. Serge Gnabry's injured. Thomas Muller might be injured, and those are 2 big losses, aren't they?
And the likes of Sané are just not that good this year.
Yeah.
One man who's still performing though, Lewandowski. 26 goals and 6 assists this season so far. Better stats than anyone in any league, anywhere.
Theo, he is the best free transfer of all time. All I can say is we're not worthy. He just scores goals.
Let's not forget Thomas Muller this season is smashing it. 20 contributions, 10 goals, 10 assists. You'll love to see it. And
Joshua Kimmich, one of my favourite players, 2 goals and 10 assists. He's a beast, isn't he?
So they've got the players to score the goals, but do they have them to hold on? I'm not too sure. Alaba will be thinking about the Real Madrid at the end of the season. Upamecano doesn't sign till the end of the year, so clearly defensively is the problem this year for Bayern. It's probably the reason I don't think they'll retain the Champions League title is because of their defence. So for me, I'm going to predict Lazio 1, Bayern 1. I think it'll be a draw. I'm backing Lazio to hold them out at home because it is a home fixture. And I reckon with the form they're on, they'll do it.
Absolutely. Now, I think a man who's going to step up to the plate is Kingsley Coman. And we've got a running joke because he's one of my favourite players in Europe.
He scored the winner in the Champions League final.
He did.
And you love him for that.
I do, actually. But you know what? I'm going to go Lazio 1, Bayern Munich 2.
Okay.
And the 3rd game is Atalanta of Italy against Real Madrid of Spain. We're talking 4th in Serie A against 2nd in La Liga.
We are.
Now, Atalanta, they score loads of goals, don't they, Theo?
They do, and they've got the 2nd best goal difference in the league. Although they're 4th in the table, we know how far Atalanta can go. And they went on a pretty good run in the Champions League last season until they faced PSG. And they lost because they had pretty slow centre-backs. I don't know if that changed around this year, but one thing that has changed is they don't have Alejandro Gomez anymore. The guy went to Sevilla, and he was an absolute baller, I remember, from last year.
Absolutely, but Theo, they do have Duvan Zapata and Luis Muriel, the Colombian duo up front, and they've got bags of goals between them.
Zapata has lots of goals in the Champions League. Muriel has lots of goals in the Serie A. Them two are a deadly duo, and recently they've been on form. At home, though, Atalanta are 6th, which isn't the best thing in the world, because this is a fixture that will be played at Atalanta Stadium in Bergamo, Italy. It's not a neutral ground for this one. So they just beat Napoli at home 4-2. So home form, 6th in the table, but recently not too bad.
Absolutely, and they're playing a Real Madrid side who've won this tournament 13 times. They are the daddies of the Champions League, aren't they, Theo?
Not too bad at all. Zapata will be licking his lips. Do you think Atalanta have it in them to beat this Real Madrid team?
Well, I tell you what worries me is that Real Madrid have won 4 of the last 5 games in their division. So they're hitting form at exactly the right time.
But they have an absolute injury crisis. Let me just go through this now. Benzema, Carvajal, Marcelo and Sergio Ramos all will not play. And these lads are questionable. Eden Hazard, Eder Militao and Valverde. So they've got a problem. I know some of those questionable lads might play, but still, without Sergio Ramos and the big dogs like that, it's going to be difficult.
It really is. But at the back, they've got some real strength. Thibaut Courtois, Chelsea fans will be wondering, why did we sell him, the Belgian goalkeeper? He's good between the sticks, isn't he?
He's decent. He wanted to leave. It wasn't really Chelsea's choice. It was a weird transfer, that. And then they bought Kepa for 80+ million. We won't speak about that. But I've got the feeling Atalanta at home and Real Madrid with their injury crisis, I know their form has been not too bad. They've been beating teams and keeping their form up, but I get the feeling maybe Atalanta will win this one.
You know, that is a very big shout. Now, they've got the likes of Varane and Cruz in the Real Madrid squad, but I'm amazed about how much it's been weakened over the last few years there.
Fair play. What's your prediction out of interest?
Well, you know what? I'm going to go straight to it. Atalanta 1, Real Madrid 2.
Oh.
I think they'll find it from somewhere. I'm not sure where, but they will.
Most people would say that. It's Real Madrid, right? They still have some quality players in there. But I disagree. I'm going to back the home team here, Dad. I'm going Atalanta 3, Real Madrid 1.
No way, Theo. That is an enormous statement.
It is. But that's what makes it so interesting on the night. So looking forward to it. We'll probably be streaming it too. So bring it on.
Finally, Borussia Monchengladbach. What a name, from Germany against Manchester City from England. 8th in the Bundesliga against top of the Premier League. Very easy to call this, isn't it, Theo?
Yes, it is. I've got to be honest. Now, this will be played at a neutral ground, though, at the Puskás Arena in Hungary, which is the same stadium where Leipzig lost to Liverpool 2-0. Whether that means anything, the English team won. There we go. I reckon the English team's going to win again. It doesn't take a genius to say that because, you know, they've actually got a history, these two teams. They've faced each other in 2015 and 2016. Man City won 3 of the games, and the last recent match they faced each other was a 1-1 draw at Monchengladbach. But this won't be at Gladbach. This will be in Hungary.
Now, Borussia Mönchengladbach, I just love saying that name.
I know, it's
They've
brilliant.
only won 8 in the Bundesliga this season and conceded 33 goals. That's a bit of a worry, isn't it, Theo?
12th on the form table, which is absolutely terrible. Won 1 of the last 5. And now they're facing the best team in the world. Like, by far. We'll get onto that Man City team later. To make matters worse for Gladbach, their manager, like Rosa or something, is leaving at the end of the year to go to Dortmund. So he's not even thinking about the future of this club because he knows he's going to be somewhere else come next season.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, because Gladbach only convincingly beat Shakhtar as well in the Champions League group stages. You know, Inter, Real Madrid. I think they got 1 draw against Real Madrid, but they lost the games to Inter and stuff.
They did.
So I don't know. Talk about Man City, Dad.
Well, first of all, I want to mention Marcus Thuram.
Who's out?
He's out.
I think he's out for the game.
Oh no, but he's got 3 goals and 3 assists this season. But more importantly, he is the son of the legendary Lilian Thuram. And anyone of my generation,
he might be in. Babs, put it on the screen. He might be in. I might be wrong.
He's in.
But I know there's a couple of French lads who are out. And I don't know if it's Play or Thuram, but I think they've got a little bit of an injury problem there too. But I tell you what, Manchester City Football Club, they've already won the Premier League.
Yeah.
Best form out of any team in the world right now.
Yes.
Pep Guardiola's got things going his way and nobody can stop him.
Well, Theo, I've not made any notes about Man City because we've spent the last few weeks watching them and watching them again. They are the best team in Europe right now, and they are good. They are brilliant in all positions. And you know what? They just have to win this Champions League, don't they?
They do, because the Premier League's already done. They don't even need to put as much focus into it because they know half the focus will be in the Champions League because that's the big thing that they haven't completed yet. It's that final piece to the puzzle for Pep. You know what I mean? And if they were to do it, which they are high favourites to do so, it wouldn't be a surprise. They've got so many on-form players right now. Gundogan. Oh, I just said it how you say it. I mean Gundogan, sorry. They've just got De Bruyne back, but the lad's on fire. Raheem Sterling, Mahrez, they've got bloody, Ruben Diaz and John Stones running it at the back. João Cancelo, Zinchenko loving it. Ederson on prime form. Everyone in their team has been so lethal.
Yes. And I think the Manchester City reserves could beat Borussia Mönchengladbach at the moment. Apologies to all the Germans.
They might play Liam Delap. Who knows? They'll still win.
Yeah, they will. So I'm just going to go Gladbach 0, Manchester City 2.
Okay, I hope James Trafford's between the sticks, my twin. Fingers crossed. But yeah, Dad, you've got to go the same. I actually agree with you. After disagreeing a lot on this video, I've also gone for Gladbach 0, Manchester City 2. And I think Raheem Sterling will score, and because Kevin De Bruyne is back, he's going to get a goal too. Right, that's it from us, lads. All the 4 games coming this week from Champions League we predicted. Now it's over to you. Comment down below a game or all 4 games and predict them. And we're going to go back and see who gets them correct.
Absolutely. And everyone subscribe to this mug, Thogden. The road to half a million.
Me, you as well.
By my birthday.
Yeah, it's a duo, you know. We're trying to get 500,000 by Thogdad's birthday. If we could do that by the 14th of March, that would be absolutely special. That's your birthday, right?
It certainly is.
So do it. Right, enough of that. We also want 18,000 likes. Or did I ask for 19,000?
19.
I don't even know. Let's smash both of them. So that isn't even a worry. Hit the like. Don't be a mug. And yeah. Have a good midweek. Enjoy the, if you're at school, don't get distracted. Don't have too many football banter discussions, but do have them because Premier League's at full flow. Champions League. Gotta love it, can't you?
You do. And join us for the streams and we'll see you there.
We'll be live for Tuesday night, live for Wednesday night, same time. You know the drill. Notifications on, you won't miss it. Bye, guys. Okay, bye.